You know, you were elected mayor. From that time, you've been in and out of prison, suspended, unsuspended, suspended. We want to know what's happening. What is the issue?
Well, the issue is basically related to what we are talking about. Mm-hmm. Someone decided that I will be blocking their deals, and they decided to arrest me, to suspend me. They suspended me more than 4 times without a hearing. I could not understand why I was being kept away from townhouse. I was elected, I was being arrested, I was being followed, being trapped, and all things were being done to me. Now I do understand in the context of what then happened when I was away from townhouse. Properties from townhouse were being taken, deals were being signed, money was being siphoned for one reason or the other. Mm-hmm. So it was a whole looting enterprise, and I was being targeted as one of the blockage of that looting. They understood that I would not have agreed to some of these things that they are doing. I would not have approved some of the things that have been happening. It has been an endless safari. There is a chap called Mutwizwa who literally ran away with the mayorship. He would sign deals with eyes closed. You will be then rewarded with trips to Dubai, trips to all over the country. I don't think he spent more than 20 days in the city, whilst he was cajoling and cavoting with all and sundry, selling away the city. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And why do you think they targeted you?
Well, because we would not have agreed. We are coming from the citizens. We are coming from Advocate Nelson Chamisa's party. We are citizen-centered. We would have refused any of the things that are against the citizens. I would certainly would not have agreed to sell away the city. Mm-hmm. I would not have agreed to the many trips that were happening. I would not have joined many of these things as it were.
Mm-hmm. Mm. You speak of the looting spree that has been happening at townhouse since you were suspended. Now, what is the magnitude of the looting?
Well, it's basically these deals, multi-million-dollar deals, even in US dollar terms, trips and so forth, that cost a whole lot of money. Mm. This has happened without ceasing. Yeah. Mm.
And normally, because we are media, want people to know, is there proof that these things have been happening?
Well, we are discussing one of them.
Yeah,
we are discussing one of them. Mm-hmm. It's not hidden. It's proof enough. The trips, you can't hide a trip. Mm-hmm. to and fro across the world. Back there is. I don't think they are denying the things that they've done. Mm-hmm. It's public knowledge, because all you have to do is to pass a resolution of council, and you do it. So once you control and you remove key personnel who are accountable to the electorate, but people who are accountable to the one who appoints them. The reason of democracy is to make sure that people are accountable to the electorate. But if you make them accountable to 1, 2, or 1 person, if the person is accountable to the minister, they are doing their mandate. They will not hide. They will do as they've been instructed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So everything is there.
Mm-hmm. But are there no systems at council to say, because I'm trying to look at the trips that you're saying.
Yeah, most of you remember, the context is that over 24 councillors had been recalled.
Yeah.
They were left with the ZANU-PF councillors and ZANU-Light councillors belonging to Mwanzora. Mm-hmm. And so when you are left with such a situation, resolutions pass like confetti at a wedding. They are being thrown around, fall where they may. Mm-hmm. No one knows what they are passing. It's just open season. It's Christmas. Father Christmas is here. The council becomes Father Christmas and is throwing sweets to everyone who is allowed into the party. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Now you are back at townhouse, and what are the issues that you are dealing with before we go into the Pomona issue?
Well, we are back at townhouse. What we are dealing with are issues around refuse collection, waste management itself. Ironically, it's one of the key issues. We have many illegal dumps that we have to clear. So we have 1 month, 2 months rapid results dump clearance. We have bought 5 tippers, 10 more are coming. We have bought 10 compactors, 3 I unveiled them yesterday, front-end loaders, so that we are trying to redesign our refuse collection mechanism.
Let's now look at the Pomona issue. You as a council or councillors have decided that you're going to suspend that deal. And as it stands, there is quite a lot of issues being raised around that, allegations of corruption and threats on your person. What do you think is the reason for these allegations and all the threats that are coming through?
Well, I'm surprised because some of the threats are coming from senior government officials. Threats like you rot in Chikurubi, you die in Chikurubi. I mean, it's really unbecoming. Other government officials are saying I'm the only one who is blocking national projects. It's bizarre that people could take an interest. They are saying it's a council project, but they are more upset that it is not happening than council itself. A case of crying more than the bereaved, and one can just think that there's something untoward. What we have simply done is to raise issues that one can come and negotiate with us. And I've said, why are we paying as council if we are giving you the raw material to make energy? It's like Wange paying Zesa to use Wange's core. It's like a bakery paying it's like the flour producer paying the bakery to use the flour to make bread. It's a lopsided deal. The cart is pulling the horse as it way. And I'm asking, why is the cart pulling the horse? And people can give me a rational explanation instead of shouting at me. They can simply say, you are paying because of this and this. And I've said, we can't be paying $140 per ton net, which is 22,000 US dollars per day, which is 750,000 US dollars per month. I'm saying council does not have that money. And it is going to rise to 1.2 million per month. Council does not have that kind of money to be paying. We are struggling with the refuse collection, providing water to people, repairing the roads, the lighting, and the clinics, everything. We are struggling, even paying the worker's salary. We are struggling, and we don't even have the money to be paying someone that amount of US dollars per month, guaranteed. And I'm asking, why does the contract say we pay this money even when we have not delivered anything? We are supposed to pay. So there's no way bridge at Pomona there. And why we are paying, there is no design, no 3D designs, no approved plans for the plant, the whatever. Why are we paying in advance? There's no bankable feasibility study to say, is it even feasible? Will 22 megawatts come out of this? There's no bankable feasibility study. And those are the questions I'm asking. And all I'm getting is stones. When you ask for bread, you get stones. So senior government officials are throwing stones. It's now looking like an essay writing competition with the ministry writing long-winded statements. One does not even understand what are they talking about. Do they not know my office? I'm the mayor of Harare. I sit in an office. If a minister has something to say to me, they pick up a call, we have a meeting. I've got a huge parlor with nice sofas where we can discuss issues. I don't understand why governance is not an essay writing competition where we write statements against each other. I have an office, we have councillors, you can call the councillors, or you can come, we can invite the minister in our chamber, and he can explain the beauty of what he's trying to give us. You cannot beat us to understand that what you want to give us is good. You don't bring sticks to a birthday party for sweets. If it's good, there was an advert long ago for CSC, which ironically has been destroyed. And there's also its own mega bill. The advert ya iti nyama inonaka inotaura yega. So if your deal is good, it will speak for itself. The company is not coming to negotiate with the council. Have
you tried to engage them since?
Yes, I've invited them. They know the council meetings. I've invited them to my office. I've set up a commission. I've said they can come to the office, they can come to council to discuss these things. And we move on. If there is a misunderstanding, I can read and write, I assume. If there is a misunderstanding between what I'm reading and what they intend to do, we can discuss it.
And we're made to understand that this is a decision that was taken in cabinet, that the deal goes on. How do you then go against the decision of the executive?
I don't know who in cabinet signed it. This is not a cabinet issue. It's a council and a contractor issue. What we are required to get from cabinet is approvals, the approval, a nod, and also maybe government guarantees and so forth. But it's essentially a council. It should be a council project. And that is one of the problems with this deal. Approvals were being gotten from cabinet, approvals from Minister of Local Government, approvals from PRAS, approvals from ZIDA, before even council approved. All these things, it just came to council with all approvals. What were they approving? It should be the other way around. We negotiate with someone.
How do you say the council had not approved when you're not there in council?
Well, the minutes say so. It was discussed in council meetings are not private. It was discussed in council, and at one time, when I briefly managed to come back, when I'd won my case, they tried to make me chair a meeting, and I refused for those reasons. And I was then being told that cabinet is approved. I said, no, they can't approve. All right, you are trying to get married, Anditika. You and the girl have not agreed. Then you are told, no, your parents have already approved. You've not approached them with the woman you want to marry. And they're telling you, no, this one is the good one, an arranged marriage.
So how did it go to cabinet when the ministry was not approached with the deal?
Well, the council. Okay. The ministry is the one which took it to cabinet.
After having been approached by council,
approached by council. They were approached by the investor, I suppose.
Okay.
The investor is free to approach government. So the investor approached ministry, approached government, approached everybody, the who is who of our governance structure. And then it came to council packaged as a ready-made product, which was the problem with what we said was these questions should have been raised, discussions should have been had, and then we would have come up with something that is in the best interest of the residents.
And some people feel that when you suspended the deal, it is violating the agreements that are there between the council and the investor.
Well, look, we can't pay. Where do we get 750,000 US to pay what is there on the ground, a JoJo tank, and a 5-roomed, 6-roomed cottage, and you pay 750,000 for a JoJo tank? What are we paying for? And a few vehicles driving up and down, lifting litter lifting litter that has already been lifted. That's already in the dump site. You go there, put some trucks from some company, and you start lifting them up day and night for the cameras, and we pay. If there's someone, if government has that kind of money, I'm not stopping it. But it's the taxpayers' money. I'm in charge of the ratepayers of Harare, and I cannot pay. If I do that, we will not be able to pay our workers. We will not be able, and it's a council resolution to suspend. I'm not their advisor, but I know the situation of council. The situation of council is that it does not make economic sense. It will cripple council. We are already bankrupt as it is. We are already bankrupt as a council as it is. That will surely sink the ship.